It's raining today, so there's probably gonna be a bunch of background noise. Lovely. Greetings, viewer. It is I, Hilariously Scary, here with another speed paint and a topic to talk about. Today's topic is very interesting, and it's something that I struggle with a lot. It's developing characters that you don't like. So this is strictly for original characters. You can do it with fan characters, I suppose. There's not very many opportunities to develop characters that are not your own characters, so this is going to be aimed at like your own characters, your own original characters, your own OCs. I have over 150 original characters, so I run into this problem every now and again with having a character that I don't really like. And it's not that I hate the character, because you can have a lot of fun with characters that you hate. But it's just that, like, I have no feelings toward this character. I'm never like, ooh, what if this character did this? Or what if this character did this? And, like, I never really want to, like, think about the character, have fun playing around with it. It's a boring character to me. So the number one offender of my characters, is this character called Lucid. And it's really bad because he's supposed to be one of the three main characters, and I don't like him. I have done everything I can think of to like make myself like this character. I've given him all of my favorite personality traits. I've given him an interesting backstory. I've given him a cool like duality. Basically, like, so it's this character Lucid. He's the overseer of dreams, which means that he's basically the god of dreams. I don't want to explain the whole overseers thing again. Just go watch one of my old speed paints. I'll probably say I don't want to explain it there either. I'm sure I've explained it in one of these videos. Lucid's brother, his brother's name has changed many times. It was Lurid at first, but then I got too many complaints that Lurid was sexual, even though in the definition it just says negative emotions and says nothing about sexualness. And then it was Lupus, which I thought was a cool name because it meant like wolf and stuff. And I was like aware that it's also a disease, but I didn't care because it's just the Latin word for wolf. But then like every time I say lupus, people are like, ew, like the disease. I'm like, no, like the wolf. So I considered naming him Lunar because they're like dreams and nightmares, which is like night and stuff. And then they call him Loon for short, but I hated the name Lunar so much. So we're back to Lupus. So his brother's name is Lupus, okay? Just stop. Don't tell me that it's the gross disease. I know it's a disease, but it also means wolf. Basically, Lucid's brother Lupus, and they're twins, by the way, were part of another overseer named Science's tests on children of overseers. So basically, whenever a first-generation overseer has a kid with another first-generation overseer, that kid's a second-generation overseer and has half the power of the first generation. And so eventually, if you keep on halving the power enough, they get to like where they're not even considered overseers anymore. They're called maintainers. And then when you keep on halving the power, it gets down to like they're not even maintainers anymore. They have basically no overseeral energy, and they're just humans. But they're like special humans called transfers because they have magical capabilities and by magic I don't mean like actual magic, it's just a term, but they have magical capabilities but no actual magic, so they're called transfers. So Science was doing tests on these transfers, these humans that were descended a long time ago from the major overseers, and Lucid and Lupus were two of these transferred. But because of things that are spoiler territory, the whole place burned down and Lupus nearly died, but in order to save Lupus, Lucid like consumed his soul. So basically whenever like it's daytime and Lucid is awake, it's Lucid in control, but whenever he falls asleep, Lupus takes over and is in control. And so they kind of had this dual like dreams and nightmares thing going on, which is supposed to be really cool and like would make you think, wow, this is a really interesting character. And it is, but for some reason I just can't get into it. Like, I don't know why. It's so interesting. Why don't I develop this character more? It's just, Lucid is like a goody two-shoes and will like go out of his way to like help other people. He's like super nice. He's like, everybody deserves to be happy. Like, literally would die for you. Basically like the most pure cinnamon bun, but then also he's a doormat. So he's basically my favorite type of character. I just don't like him. He's like a doormat and super sweet and stuff, but like really physically weak and like kind of stupid. And his brother is really aggressive. I'm gonna kill you. Because I'm a sadist. Can you tell how little effort and development I've put into these characters? It's so bad. It's so bad that I realized that since doing digital art for an entire year, I had not drawn Lucid or Lupus once. Because I was making that OC voices thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, Lucid should totally be voiced by Griffin McElroy, because I love Griffin McElroy and he would so be good for voicing Lucid. And I like went to go like find a drawing of him, and the only drawing I had of him was like from half a year ago, and he was just like this 2-second sketch in my sketchbook, and it looked so bad. So that's why this week I was like, I don't want to draw, because I was working on that animation thing, and I was like, I don't want to draw, I don't want to do a drawing, but I don't want to finish the animation in time to post it on Friday, so I'll just draw Lucid. So I'm gonna have to apologize for this like just really boring pose and background. This is all y'all are getting this week, because I've been having, it's not artist block, because it's just more like I've been focusing all my energy into animating and not drawing, so my apologies. So if you have any solutions for my uninteresting character problem, because I've done everything I can think of. Normally I just give characters good traits and then like just invest a lot of effort into thinking about them, and they slowly become like lovable characters. I also wonder if his age has something to do with it, because Lucid was one of my first OCs. Like, he was one of the OG story part, because it was like Desponium, Paradox, and Lucid. Like, they were the original trio that started all this nonsense. So maybe it's just been like that's like, he's such an old character that's hard for me to like get invested in him. I don't know. Somebody help me. I need to figure out how to like my character. Until next week. Bye! So basically, Lucid's brother, gosh darn. Other characters, I just can't. There's the bell.
That one wasn't me.
It just keep going. It's not like I was doing anything important. Alright. Where was I? Are you kidding me?